Films of YouTube about you here with another video of geez, the way things are going. I have to do a rest in peace section. Yesterday it was all over the news finding out about Rowdy Roddy Piper passed away. It had to have happened yesterday because I was watching WWE on Monday night. But I am, just like everybody else, is a loss. Devastated. You could call him the heavy metal band of wrestling. To me, he influenced me in ways of not only being yourself, but put your mouth where your mouth is. If you're gonna say something, you say it. And boy, that man, he said it. He put his fist behind it. Let me start a moment of silence. And I'd like to, of course, give my condolence and my deepest sympathy to the families and friends of him. Of course, no words can ever be given of anybody's loss. Especially, I just seen him last year on The Haunting of, getting his visits from Owen Hart and other wrestlers. You look pretty damn good. So I'm just waiting for new news to come out of what really happened. Who knows? But I just had to make this video, of course, like everybody else that's passed away to me, close, because I did start watching that guy back in, the early 80s, 82, 83. And like I said, boy, that man kicked ass. I have other favorite wrestlers that I like, but he was one of them. And like I said, he wasn't the biggest guy, he wasn't the best guy, he wasn't the strongest guy, but he was a good-ass kicker, and just to watch him wrestle and to have his Piper's Pit, busting chops and, make you laugh. It was just, he's like having a big brother around, and that I lack of as a child back in the day. But it was like, let me go to this guy and watch him kick butt. But anyways, not only was he a great wrestler, and if people don't know it, he did do a couple films that were pretty, you can't say they were the best films, but to me, they were damn good. One of them, called They Live, might have been a blockbuster hit. Body Slam was the second one, but I don't know. And there was all to do with wrestling. And he was Quick Rick, promoting, a rock band. Like the 80s back then was huge with rock bands and heavy metal, and wrestling was huge. Even though it is huge now, I don't think it was ever as good as back in the 80s in my eyes. I see these wrestlers up today, man, and it's just like the worst of the worst to me. Yeah, Seth Rollins. Now, if they took more men like, Rowdy Roddy Piper, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, men that came into wrestling and packed a punch. They weren't all chiseled out. They weren't all, on the beefy side, big guy. Don't get me wrong, big guys look fun too to watch, to kick ass, like Goldberg. My number one wrestler, The Undertaker, I still love him. Ultimate Warrior. But these guys were ordinary guys that kicked ass. like Dusty Rhodes, Roddy Piper, Owen Hart. Actually, Owen Hart was in that haunting of with Roddy Piper coming back, to visit him and all this. And, it was a little one, the guys you wouldn't expect to be the greatest. And he was, man, he was. And They Live was a good movie. Body Slam was a good movie. If you want to check out two good 80 movies, them are the best, some of the best of the 80 movies you can find. And They Live, man, that was just a downright awesome, kick-ass movie. I mean, it wasn't all about fighting, but there was one good fight scene with Roddy Piper and the other guy in the movie. I forget the actor's name, but he's a good actor. Played at Men at Work with Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen. Another classic 80s movie. But them two got into a brawl, and it was like, what, a 5-10 minute brawl it felt like. Come out all beat the shit. It ain't like these movies these days. To me, movies these days are just all about fucking special effects. Now, back in the day, like with Roddy Piper in his movie, all he does is whoop ass. And that's what he said. Came with chew bubblegum and kick ass. But, I mean, back in the day, man, these days, I mean, they get a little too extreme with these movies and the special effects and all that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but nothing beats a classic. It's like with Burt Reynolds and everything in his classic fight movie scenes. And I would have loved to see Roddy Piper in more brawl movies because he was a brawler. And that's what, makes me want to do this video and pay my respects, because I looked up to him because, he wasn't the biggest guy, like I said, but he kicked ass. He said he was going to do it, and he did it. But, anyways, it's just sad to see all these. And there's been a lot of deaths, man. I gotta go through them all. I mean, some people that I've grown up with the movies are wrestling the Rock, and I'm trying to get all my respects out to them all. Just gotta go through them and remember who it is, because Jesus Christ, lately been online and it's just, oh, this one died, that one died, this. It's like, what the fuck? Want to slow down up there, frickin' big guy, or whatever you're doing, jackass. Especially when you're taking the right ones away, not the bad ones, fucking asshole. Let all these murderer, rapists, child killers, rapists, and all these other, but take the good. Take Roddy Piper. Take the good ones. And just sucks when you see someone go, like losing Jeff Hanneman from Slayer and Ray Manzarek from The Doors, and the Twisted Sister drummer AJ. And it just sucks. But just wanted to get this rest in peace video out for someone that influenced me as a kid. Just to be outspoken. I mean, even though he had a character, I think he would be like that on the outside too. The guy was just in your face, outspoken, not afraid to share his piece, tell you where to go. And that's, sometimes you gotta have that attitude in life, because it's not a lot of nice people out there. Especially all these serial killers, rapists, and everybody in ISIS coming out. You can't go up there with a nice attitude, say, hey, hi, how you doing, peace? Boom, there goes your head. You gotta have your guard up. Roddy Piper always had his guard up, in my eyes, watching him throughout my lifetime of his career. Hey, there you go. Man that just says, hey, you suck, you'll stand with me, pow, here's a pop in your face. That's how it was in wrestling. People come up to him, oh, you want some of this? Boom! Hey, I mean, I know it's all a show, but I think Roddy Piper was like that in real life. I mean, I'm sure he was the nicest guy in the world. I never met him. I wish I could have got an autograph from him, meet him, but, man, that's fucking lost and gone. But anyways, my heroes, like Dimebag Darrell, may go I gotta make my rest in peace video and share my respects. Other than that, world of YouTube, the next video, more coming up. Many more. Wish I could do the haunting on Roddy Piper. Get a ghost video on that. Hey, I wish I could all the people that passed away. I'd love to get to them places and just say my piece through the dead way. It's working that way better than it is living. Anyways, YouTube, rambling on, out. Salute.